This 11-story hotel is unlike anything Melbourne has ever seen. With an amazing rooftop bar and gathering space, incredible conference facilities, and of course, amazing guest rooms and suites like this one. So if you have friends and family coming to town for a visit, or want to go out and enjoy downtown Melbourne's great restaurants, bars, and shopping for a night or two, Hotel Melby is the place to be. Hi, and welcome back to the 411 on the 321. Tales, Tenets, and Tips by Space Coast business leaders, brought to you by the Melbourne Regional Chamber. I'm your host, Mel Thomas, and I'm joining you as usual from the gorgeous Hotel Melby, downtown Melbourne. I'm very excited today. I have a very special guest. Miss Laura Chiesman is the president of FirstWave Financial. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great to be here today.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you.
Thank you.
Before we get started with Laura, we're going to stop and have a word from our champion sponsor, Hedrick Brothers Construction.
Since 1979, Hedrick Brothers Construction has been delivering quality construction for the commercial and luxury residential markets of South Florida. In 2020, a team of 2 expanded into the Space Coast region and opened an office here in Melbourne. 3 years later, the team's grown to over a dozen professionals, working on large, local projects and investing in our community. The sky's the limit for the Hedrick team. Get to know them. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back, and welcome to Laura. I can't wait to get started with you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Great.
so anyone unfamiliar, can you tell us what is FirstWave Financial?
Yeah, so FirstWave Financial, we are in Satellite Beach, and we are an independent wealth management firm. We act, I think a good way to describe it, as a personal wealth coach
Okay.
to individuals, successful families, and business owners. And we help them work on everything involved with their personal wealth confidence, peace of mind, anything that impacts their financial life. So we're planning and investments, and then everything that goes along with that.
So when you say wealth management, I think a lot of people think you have to be wealthy to work with a wealth manager, but that's kind of the end goal, right? So
That's true, and we work with a variety of, especially in larger families, there may be people at different levels, and so we have good resources for people at all levels. And our clients that we work specifically with, and we'll talk a little bit later about different services we offer, they are often facing complexities that wealth brings. And so we do specialize in helping them with that. And then we also have great paths for people to, as you mentioned, to get to that stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So as president, did you know as a tiny little child you wanted to be president of a wealth management company in Satellite Beach?
I did not.
Okay, tell me about your journey. How'd you get there?
I was going to be a landscaper.
Okay.
That was my big thing. So I ended up with a finance degree. I graduated after a little tour of other colleges from UCF.
Oh, nice.
In Orlando, so that was great. And I started off working with some big brokerage firms in California, and then back here. I moved back home. I grew up here and came back here and worked for a couple of firms. And it was kind of what I thought it would be, but I always felt like something was missing from my relationships with clients and the type of work that I imagined it would be. So through a friend who worked with the company I'm with now, I ended up meeting Tom Kirk, who's the founder of our firm, and interviewing with him and taking a job in 2001.
Okay.
And what really attracted me to our style of work is that it's really all about the client. We put the clients first. We're independents. We only work for our clients, not for another entity or company. And so we can really focus 100% on what it is our clients need.
I love that. And I love the piece that you grew up here, spread your wings, went out, and then made your way back.
Right.
And, you're supporting a business and a community and a whole ecostructure here.
Yeah.
And I love that you get the people part, that even though, we might think wealth management, they probably are looking at numbers and lots of different data and things like that. But the cornerstone of that business is people.
Right. Yeah, we start with our clients' vision, wants, and needs, and then all the solution. Now, there's lots of right answers and lots of directions you can go for financial solutions, but everybody's own personal right answer is really in the context of their life.
Right.
And it's customized. So
Nice. So I'm sure there's a plethora, but could you give us maybe a brief overview of some of the services that you do offer your clients?
Yeah. So we have a couple of unique processes. We have, I'd say our cornerstone is the wealth care solution.
Okay.
And that is really the, as I've been describing, the service that helps our clients create the life they dream about.
Okay.
That's our goal for our clients. And in that process is the numbers you speak of. That's certainly a part of our focus. But again, that comes after the discovery process of what's important to our clients and what they can do for themselves. And that, our clients we have a wide variety of ages and stages, but they have some things in common. It's they have financial complexity. They are looking for someone they trust that they can delegate a lot of the day-to-day and the planning to. And they have assets that we can manage to help them accomplish the goals and objectives that are important to them.
Nice.
That's and I want to, one of the key criteria is that whole someone wanting someone they can trust and being able to delegate some of the day-to-day, because we like our clients to be able to focus on the things only they can make a difference on: their family, their spirituality, physical health, running their own businesses. So we get to do a lot of the other things for them.
Yeah.
So
let us take care of the details and all the other things.
So that's great. We also have a service for, it's called the Fiduciary Relief Act. And that is for trustees or nonprofits and even some family members. It's solutions for people who are responsible for other people's money.
Okay.
So, if you're leading a nonprofit, you're managing money, taking care of money, and whoever your clients are, but it's not exactly your money. So there's a slightly different flavor and a real high level of trust there. So we help people that are involved in those types of situations, and that's really, really fun. And, really meaningful. And we also have the Retirement Plan Optimizer is one of our other main services, and we work with 401k plans for companies.
When you say Retirement Plan Optimizer, does that mean I get to retire earlier?
Well, this is one of those services that can help people build wealth.
If that's one of your goals.
Yeah, if, we help companies offer these benefits to their employees, and that really helps you attract, engage, and retain your team, which in today's marketplace, that's a big deal.
Right?
Yeah. And I know as business owner and other business owners, I know it's really powerful to feel like you're offering a platform for your team to be able to invest and grow their own financial security as they go. So that's a really core process that we have as well.
And because people have options nowadays.
Yeah.
And so, anything you can do to set yourself apart and be more valuable to your employees.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Set them up for success for their future.
I love it. Yeah. So on your website, you have a tab. I want to make sure I say this right. 5 stages of your financial life.
Yes.
So it kind of drives people to the 5 things that maybe you need to know but you didn't know.
Okay.
Can you talk about the 5?
Yeah, so it is there's a summary and a write-up, and you can see this on the website. But there's really 5 stages of life. Now let's make sure I get them all. But, young adulthood, when you're starting out and maybe don't know what you're doing at all.
Right.
And
the stage you and I are in right now. Yes, I get
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Thank you. And then, there's the next stage of kind of mature adult or working adult, and core earning years, and then the older stages. So in those stages, what we try to do is help people just identify a few things you can do, instead of doing nothing.
Right.
Make sure, as a young adult, they start working on establishing credit, open a savings account, get a credit card, begin putting just something away into a retirement account as soon as you're working. And then, as you get older and more established and earning more, then there's more steps you can take. So it's just a little guideline, bullet point guideline with a little write-up to help people be, I think when you start doing good things for yourself, that has a snowball effect in a positive way. So
good. And I love that you provide it just right there for anyone to see on your website. Just this great information.
Yeah, and a lot of times parents will download that or get a copy from us for their kids or even for their parents.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
What a great resource.
Thank
Lovely.
you. Yes.
Well, so speaking of resource, you're an author.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've brought your book here. It's a journey.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, so this is the must-have roadmap to successful succession planning.
Yeah.
Can you tell us when we read this book, what are we going to learn?
Yes. Yes. Well, there's a lot of pages in there, so let me summarize it a little bit. But it's really a different and I feel like more successful approach to business succession or transition. So it's really targeted at privately held businesses, sometimes family-owned businesses, who where the owner or current owner is looking to provide the next stage of their own adventure. So
Sure.
that's part of the journey.
Yeah.
And also set the company up, and most of the people we work with, for long-term success and carrying on. So, we work really hard for many, many years, sometimes 30, 40, 50 years. People build their businesses. And so we start in this process with people first.
Mm-hmm.
And
So important.
yeah, so we kind of broke it down into 5 questions. So it's like, why, really starting with your own, like, why am I at this stage? Why do I want to transition it? Why do I want to move to the next step? And then what you're selling, to whom, and then later, how and how much. And people often will tend to start with how and how much. So we found that people have a lot more success if they settle out these kind of core deal breakers and driving forces
Right.
up front. And it really is all about people. It's about yourself, your family, your team, and your clients or customers.
Right. I'm starting to sense a theme with you that it's these cyclical strategies that you have in place, which are so important, but also asking yourself the big questions like, what do you really want here?
Right.
Why did you start this business?
Yeah.
What do you want to see in the future? And then what is your plan?
Right.
How much
Yeah.
wealth and what do you want it to look like? Things like that.
Yeah. In any of these scenarios that we're discussing, there's multiple pathways.
Yep.
There's plenty of distractions.
Uh-huh.
There's lots of things happening in the world that can take you off track or pull you into the dramas and complications of the world. So in all of our processes, I'd say we are looking to transform complexity and confusion into simplicity and a balance.
Right. Because there are some things that, are problems that we've created ourselves. And then there's going to be things that you can't control.
Things that just happen.
And how do you navigate the journey?
Yeah.
I love it. Perfect. So where can our listeners and our viewers purchase or read It's a Journey?
Great. Well, there's a couple of options. We have a nice white paper, which is a summary, and then links to where you can actually buy the full book at successionitsajourney.com. All
Perfect.
spelled out, no dots or separations.
Okay, we've got it
Successionitsajourney.com.
flashing up for everyone right now.
Yeah, so you can go there, and the book's available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all the places. You normally see books.
All the places that are keeping me from managing my wealth because I'm on Amazon all the time.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Exactly.
Got it. Well, maybe I could do something good with my Amazon time then. Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
So you're a writer, you're a business owner, you're a leader, you are all of these things, you wear all these hats. But one thing you also are is very involved in the community.
Yeah.
It's where you live, you work, you play, you raise your family. I wonder if you could talk about why partnerships, collaborations, and being part of a community is important to you and your business.
Yeah, well, we serve and come from this community. I've been here a long time, since I was about a year old.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, moved around a little bit and then ended up back here. But, we really love our community. Feel honored to see it grow, but grow and keep its complexion and personality that I've seen here since we started. Serving people at different levels and being involved, the chamber, all the friendships and relationships that you make there. Organizations that a lot of nonprofits in town.
And so you are very involved with United Way. Tell me some of the other ones.
Yeah, United Way, Genesis House is
Yeah.
a heart project for me. My mom started that organization
I
about
didn't know that.
46 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm on the board, and my sister's on the board, and
So this runs in
other
the family
members. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's we serve homeless women and children, and now even some men. We help place in homes. We have 3 homes in downtown Melbourne and a boutique, Genesis Boutique, near the Henniger Center, and so that's a really great long-standing effort. And then I'm in some other organizations where women and business owners of all sorts support and help each other and communicate. American Business Women's Association.
Yeah.
We Venture.
One of my
We Venture.
favorites.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's really,
I wonder, so you give advice for a living, and I wonder if you could tell somebody that's listening right now, whether they're a new business owner or maybe they're just kind of starting out and they want to get involved too, but they don't even know where to begin. There are so many amazing nonprofits or different organizations you could get involved with, but you could also get bogged down with that. So what's some advice you could give?
Yeah, so that's a great one. I work hard on saying yes to the right things and no to the others.
There's power in
so,
no. Yes.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But I think I'm not against spreading yourself around, meeting people of like minds and whatever that focus is. The chamber has a focus. There's many people there. They all do different things, but you learn things from meeting people, even if it's not directly related to what you do. And then the other charitable organizations, nonprofits, there's just great people there. And pulling together for something that you have a passion for leads to good things. It might not be immediately apparent to you how it helps you with your business, but it's doing the right thing and good things and collaborating and working with other people of that temperament can't be bad.
Right. Yeah. Finding that passion, whatever kind of
but you're
speaks
right.
to you.
You do have to also be careful with your time. So
So you mentioned the chamber. You have been a chamber partner for 6+ years.
Yes. Yeah.
I saw you speak last year at the retreat. You served on a panel. Excellent. I wonder if you could tell us how do you use that partnership for your business?
Well, what I love about it is it's available to everyone on our team to participate, and we've had some of the women go to the Strong Women, Strong Coffee, Women of Excellence, we love, and other events that business breakfast, and then also just having the resource available to go look and say, okay, who's in the chamber that does this. And the thing I love is for whatever organization or meeting I'm going to, if it's in the community, you're always going to see chamber people there.
That's true.
It's it's nice to know people when you go somewhere new.
It's nice not to walk into a cold room. You're right.
Exactly. So that's always a benefit. But you guys have great resources, educational programs, and it's really talk about time management. Pop those up monthly, look at what's coming, and pick the thing out that's relevant for the stage you're at.
Nice. And I love that you remind your team that because we're a partner, that means everybody that works here is also a partner and has all these resources available. Yeah. Bravo to you. So speaking of working for you, are you currently hiring?
We do not have any open positions right now, but I will say that we're a growing company.
Yeah.
We have lots of great things happening. So we always like to talk to motivated people.
Okay.
And, they don't always have to have been from this industry. The financial services industry is kind of specific focus, but we do a lot of things for a lot of different types of people. So I'm always open to having coffee with someone who even just wants to learn what the paths are in this business.
Right.
And just to get to know them.
Nice.
Happy to meet with people.
So if viewers are interested in learning more about you and your business, can you share your website again and we'll flash it up?
Yes, FirstWaveFinancial.com.
Perfect.
Spelled out, no spaces or dots.
Okay, great. It sounds like a great company. I'm going to check it out myself.
Thank you.
So I'm sure you have so many, but I'll ask you to narrow it down. I'll put you on the spot. What's your favorite part of your job?
Well, I love the variety of things that I get to do every day. And the team. I think probably the underlying tenet that goes along with this is we like to bring value to anybody that we come in contact with, and we talk about that. If it's a team member, a client, vendor, or resource, or someone we're connected with, we're always thinking about, okay, well, how can we bring value to them? And that's really, how our business has been built and developed. So that's a nice way to live, and it helps you build a nice team around you, because people who are focused that way are great people to work with and live with, which we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
So I'd say that is that's my favorite part of it.
What an interesting strategy too. I mean, you are building value in your wealth management services, but also in your people and your community. Right. I mean, you just living that statement. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, our vision statement around the company is helping people we care about create the life they dream about. And that includes our team, our community, and our clients.
And, your volunteer work and everything else you're doing. Yeah.
It's a nice unifying thread that runs through everything.
I'm glad I get to sit in the room with you. This is so special. So this is the time when we ask our guests, maybe growing up or in a past life or a former employee, you gained a little kernel of knowledge or some words of wisdom that just resonated with you and stuck with you and have served you well that you might want to share.
Two things come immediately.
Two things. I knew you were an overachiever. I love it. Do two. Do two. Yeah.
So both my parents are very entrepreneurial in their undertakings. My dad's a real entrepreneur, and my mom built. She works herself still to this day, but also built the Genesis house, and that thread was very entrepreneurial on her part, still is, and. So the other thing is I learned about networking from a woman that I worked with probably 15 years ago. And she was very encouraging to me to get out there and meet people. And I really had never done that, believe it or not.
Daunting,
nose to the grindstone, working, getting things done. But really to realize how much you can gain by going out and talking to people, learning what they do, and, being curious about other people.
I mean, I agree with you. It's scary, I think, sometimes. Like we said, to walk into a cold room or walk up to somebody you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst thing they're going to do is tell you to get lost.
Right.
And
And that really
stinks.
That rarely happens.
Yeah, right? Not going to say never, but yes, rarely.
Right.
But you never know where your next client's going to be, or maybe just your next friend or your coffee buddy or whatever. So, you got to pick your nose up every once in a while.
Right.
Yeah, people part.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
All about people.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, Laura, for coming in today, for bringing It's a Journey, which is available on Amazon. You can find more on the website. Definitely check out the website. Give it to us one more time.
The FirstWaveFinancial.com.
Perfect. So thanks again for Laura for joining us today. If you'd like to learn more about FirstWave Financial or any of the partners of the Chamber, please check out melbourneregionalchamber.com. I've been your host, Mel Thomas. I'd like to thank the Hotel Melby for providing us this gorgeous suite this morning, Anthony Demalia and the Tightline crew for making us look so good for this interview, and as always, Isabella Serrano, Director of Marketing and Communications for the Melbourne Regional Chamber, for producing the 411 on the 321. We'll see you next time.